Sure, you could watch Repo the Genetic Opera, Blade Runner, Lethal Weapon, and Total Recall, but why would you spend almost 8 hours watching movies when you could just watch all 4 of them at once? Why? 3 words. This movie sucks. Here's your damn rant show, folks. Greetings, cinemaphiles. I am E. Adam Thomas, and this is Film Rants, the only movie review show that intelligently abuses the word fuck. This was going to be a rant about how Repo Men ripped off the whole concept of replacement human organs as repossession fodder from Repo the Genetic Opera. Well, I did a little bit of research and found that that's not really the case. Repo Men was indeed released 2 years after the Repo the Genetic Opera, and I can't really speak to whether Universal Studios decided to greenlight this project because of the opera, but the fact of the matter is, it was based on a story by Eric Garcia called Repossession Mambo, which was published in 2009. So Repo the Genetic Opera was just coming out, and was only in about 11 theaters while Garcia was already editing and publishing his book. Repo Men, in short, is about a pair of cybernetic organ repossession agents played half-heartedly by Jude Law and Forrest Whitaker. My problem with this movie isn't its similarities with the opera, but rather with its stylistic and thematic similarities to so many other movies. It's like director Miguel Sapochnik actually just got stoned one night and sat there watching every dystopian future and cop buddy movie all at once. This movie actually has more in common with Blade Runner and Total Recall, right down to the big floaty advertising blimps and the electronic memory implants. So yes, it is a derivative film with almost no passion, no originality, and no real redeeming value. What really pisses me off about this movie is that it could have been so much better. Like Star Trek Nemesis and Return of the Jedi, it comes so goddamn close on so many levels. It comes so close to being at least fun and ends up going painfully limp at the last moment. It's like getting to fuck the prom queen and having to fake your orgasm. It's 2 solid hours of diet soda. The action is almost exciting. The acting is almost tolerable. The special effects are almost believable. If I had at least seen it hit the mark a few times, nobody would have really given a shit how close it was to Terrence and Darren's film. It is different enough from the opera to say unequivocally that it is not a ripoff of that film. But I cannot say the same with regards to all the other films that it is so incompetently derivative of. The Rantometer tells the tale. Artistic, 2. Coolness, 3. Weirdness, 1. And suck factor? Thanks to all the lazy filmmaking, it got a 3. On the whole, the film gets a 3 out of 15. During the ending, I honestly expected Jude Law to scream, "Get your ass to Mars!" Now let's take a look at the other side of the controversy. Darren Lynn Bousman's Repo the Genetic Opera. Once again, it's about giant corporations that sell cybernetic organs to people, and then they send out Repo Men to take back hearts, kidneys, and other innards from customers who are unable to keep up with their payments. The brainchild of Darren Smith and Terrence Zudanich, who originally produced the opera as a stage play as early as 2000, the film was marvelously unique and original, with incredible performances by Anthony Stewart Head, Paul Sorvino, Sarah Brightman, Alexa Vega, Bill Moseley, Ogre, and I'm probably going to kill myself for admitting that, but Paris Hilton. The film's biggest issue wasn't with the script, performances, or technical exposition, but with the very fact that it was, unfortunately, a little difficult to market. Sadly, apparently, there was not a single person at Lionsgate who had ever heard of John Waters' movies like Heavy Metal, The Wall, or Rocky Horror, nor did they possess any interest in filmmakers' rights. The film was slogged into the straight-to-video bin like an uninspired ripoff of a Roger Corman film. Ironically, there have been a lot of Corman ripoffs that have actually gotten a lot more push. Honestly, my biggest issue with the film is the way the studio system tends to look down on so-called weird movies, even though some of the most popular movies of the last few decades have been undeniably weird in some way. Pan's Labyrinth, Back to the Future, Cloverfield. None of those were traditionally structured films, yet all achieved amazing levels of critical and or popular success. The Saw movies? What's weirder than people having to cut off their own limbs to stay alive? Yet Saw was so successful, it generated an entire series of sequels. That argument's not strong enough for you, pal? How about The Wizard of Oz, the 1939 Judy Garland staple that is so bizarre you can replace the soundtrack with fucking Pink Floyd? Seriously, Lionsgate could have had a huge success on their hands here, and this movie is good enough to deserve it. Looking at the Rantometer for Repo the Genetic Opera, we have a 5, a 5, a 4.5, and 1/2 of a razor blade for being just a little bit too hard to follow in spots. There are some style changes in the look of the film from time to time that are a bit jarring, but nonetheless, Repo the Genetic Opera gets a solid 14. Really quick, for those of you who are having a little bit of trouble understanding the Rantometer scale, I'll just take a quick sec to go back over it one more time. In short, each film is rated on 3 positive categories and 1 negative category. The positives are artistic, coolness, and weirdness, the latter of which I'm going to replace with originality after tonight's show. But I'm keeping the bongs because, dude, they're cool. The negative category is suckiness, and each is worth 5 points. So I actually have a 20-point scale rather than your normal 10-point scale. But 5 of the points are in the negative numbers. So the best film on the planet, say, Raiders of the Lost Ark, would get a 15, with 5 points for each positive and 0 points in the negative. The worst film, let's say, Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, would be a -5, with 0 points in the positive categories and 5 points in the suckiness column. Whether you understood all of that or not, the point of the matter is, these go to 11. Wait, no. The point is, it's a huge pain in the ass to get me to like your stupid piece of shit movie. Don't forget, you can let me know what movies you love that everybody else fucking hates, or tell me about the movies that you hate that everybody you know inexplicably loves, and I might even feature some of your comments on future shows. You can comment on this video, or post your pics and comments on Twitter, Facebook, or Google+, using the hashtag FilmRantsEAT. Now that all that shit is over, you know what? I need to go check my warranty information, because I think this cyber braid is Cabbage Monkey sprocketing my duct tape shaving candle. Bookshelf candy penis, everybody. Maybe it should be plugged in back here somewhere. I don't know.